Okay, hello everybody. Hope you guys had a good Duo Destiny season. So welcome back to this new season, Might and Mastery. Yeah, this is going to be the first few games of my Go Battle League, and I'm going to just talk about what's changed in the meta and what I've tried to do to get wins and try to understand the meta. Okay. So first of all, I think you guys have been seeing the PvP poke changes, the rankings change. So there's a lot of like ghosts that goes up the rankings. There's also a lot of dark like Mandibas, Melamar, and I think Shadow Palkia, right? So with the buffs to like, the buffs to ghost type attacks like Hex, and also the additional Psywave implementations to new Pokemon like Lapras, and the buffs to the dark type attack Foul Play. I call it buffs, but it reduces the damage, just that it gets faster to reach. What has changed for me actually is the fact that I think the main meta staple are a bit more susceptible to being fast moved down. That's what I think has changed recently. However, I feel that the current meta has not really changed. What do I mean by that? Okay, I always assume that there are a few top tier Pokemon, maybe let's say 20 of them, and these top tier Pokemon will never change being meta. Reason being that because of their typing, their moveset and their coverage, it all fits into a very so-called safe and bulky pick. Okay, what I mean by that is, okay, let's take for example the Pokemon Dewgong. So Dewgong has the fast move Ice Shard and the charge attacks with Icy Wind and Drill Run. So with Icy Wind and Drill Run, basically you're covered against Electric and Grass, which is your main two weaknesses for Dewgong. If you're talking about fighting weakness, then yeah, you're quite weak to fighting Pokemon like Primate, Annihilate, this kind. So you only basically have you basically only have one Pokemon, one typing that you are that are weak against, but you are also very strong to multiple typings because of your moveset. Ground type, you can hit fire, you can hit steel, you can hit electric, you can hit rock, and ice type, you can hit grass, you can hit flying, yeah, and you can also hit ground. So ground, you're basically covered, right? So it makes Dewgong a very, very good option to play in the Go Battle League. I think in the first few sets of this video, you'll see that actually I've been trying to work out a team to play with Shadow Palkia, which is the team that Shadow Palkia is a Pokemon that I've used in the previous meta. I just wanted to see whether this Pokemon can still survive or is still playable in the meta, although it dropped down to about 200 range ranking in PvP poke. So my aim, in this first few games, is to try to at the same time understand the meta, but also try to see if the core, the competitive core, so what I call it, still exists in this current meta. Okay, yeah. So we are still in this set where I've been trying out different teams like Malamar, Weezing, Galarian Weezing in front of Palkia. But basically I feel that all these Pokemon are still quite underwhelming. Malamar, although it's a good safe swap in many people's opinions, I do believe that because it's double weak to certain things and it's not very, very bulky, although it's very high in the meta, it's not very impactful for me, in my opinion. Yeah, because when you face in general, when you face things in Pokemon Go Battle League, you don't really face things with the analysis of PvP poke. Like, you don't face it with one shield, face it with like a zero shield. You usually face a whole team with 2 shields and your team with 2 shields. So I believe that what is important in these kind of battles is the synergy that goes along with different Pokemon, and that synergy can only be achieved with more competitive style Pokemon, which is why the main competitive circuit, the meta in there is always very different compared to the meta in PvP Poke. PvP Poke, as I always like to see it as a guide as to what are probably the higher most probable meta picks, but it doesn't mean that whatever is on the top, number 1 or number 2, is always the strongest. Okay, I do also think that because of the different way that the PvP Poke analyzes the Pokemon, like okay, we have, like, we always compare 0 shield, 1 shield, or 2 shield, 2 shield to 2 shield. I think the analysis should change in a way where you should compare a Pokemon that is more frail with 1 shield versus a Pokemon that is bulky with 0 shield. That way you can analyze your Pokemon better. And that's very troublesome to do, right? So actually, what I always recommend is to just play out whatever is in the current meta in Go Battle League, and then try and form an idea of what is the meta within the experiences that you have played. Okay, which is actually the first few games that I'm just showcasing here. I'm just talking on. I haven't gotten to the part where I've gotten like streaks of multiple streaks of wins. So I'm just going to just talk. And what are the very top picks in Pokemon Go Battle League? I feel is still the competitive circuit meta Pokemon. Let's say I name some Shadow Drapion. In the video later on, you'll see Shadow Drapion. You'll see Dewgong, which I've paired both with Shadow Palkia, and you'll see that it really shines through in this current meta. Although this is a low level, but yeah, it shines through. Azumarill is also still a very good pick, although I think it's dropped a little bit because of the rise of Ghost Pokemon, but it's still viable as an Ice and Fairy attacker with bubble damage. What is not so good right now, I think, is Galarian Corsola. I think it has dropped because of the buffs to the Hex move and the nerf to its Nightshade. Yeah. So another thing that's dropped, I think, is Fighters. Primate and Annihilate probably are in very bad spots currently. If you want to play Primate and Annihilate, you need to play them as like a closer Pokemon, like in the back line, because once your opponent sees the Primate or Annihilate, they can basically align themselves to your fighting Pokemon however they want. So I think that gives you a disadvantage if you put Primate or Annihilate in the lead or even in the safe swap. What is safe to me, I think, is still Shadow Drapion. Ground doesn't really have a very good place in the meta currently. It's good, but I think if you play Ground, you have multiple weaknesses, which is like water. Water is one of the main staple types in Go, right? So you'll see tons of water, and you bring Ground, it's quite dangerous. You need to align yourself with a proper Pokemon that is weak to Ground, and then you have some benefit. Otherwise, if you keep seeing water, then Ground is it's quite underwhelming. Yeah. So I believe that if for people who want to climb, like really climb, just follow the competitive circuit meta. Those Pokemon that they put, like I think it's the top 12 or top 16 Pokemon that they put there, they're not there coincidentally. They're there because people have used it competitively. What does it mean that competitively? It means that even if the competitive circuit, right, what happens is that they fight based on open moveset. Open moveset meaning that I can see the opponent's moveset and opponent can see mine. So it doesn't matter whether you can see my Pokemon, you will still need to be ready for whatever I have to throw at you. And the fact that the Pokemon are being seen makes these Pokemon even better, because you don't have to guess. Your opponent doesn't have to guess what moves you have, or you don't have to guess what moves your opponent have, and you are still able to counter that Pokemon with the omission of the guessing work. But in blind tree formation, which is what you see currently, you have to guess what's at the back. Now, Pokemon that since you don't have to guess in the competition, right? That means that if people are able to win with these Pokemon, it means that these Pokemon are very, very meta staples, no matter how the meta changes, unless there's a very huge buff to specific Pokemon. But based on stats, based on their moveset, since it doesn't change, these Pokemon will forever be good meta. The reason I just said, even if you know my moveset, you still need to find a way to beat me. Yeah. So yeah, I think okay, so I'm just gonna go through some of my games, and I think this is gonna be quite a long video, which I'll talk right now. Earlier I played with the core of Clodsai and Malamar. Very, very frail to like ice types, because ice, if let's say I bring a Dewgong, Malamar only has the fighting move to counter. I've been trying with Wigglytuff since I've been seeing like Mandibuzz, I've been seeing Sableye, I've been seeing Umbreon like you just saw earlier. So I tried with Wigglytuff, and then I tried Skuntank, which is similar to Drapion but a bit more underwhelming in the sense that it doesn't have the Crunch and Aqua Tail coverage that I want. But I saw the Crunch and Trailblaze and I thought, okay, I think Trailblaze could do some things for me, but again in this game against a Clodsai is not very good. What I was trying to achieve in this team basically is that I have Shadow Palkia at the back, so I need two Pokemon at the front to try and take down or lure out the weaknesses of Shadow Palkia. And the safe swap that I bring should also try to draw out the Pokemon that I want Shadow Palkia to be aligned against, which in the current few battles here, Lickitung, Skuntank, earlier was Malamar, it didn't really do that much of a good job in luring out what I wanted. Malamar didn't do a good job because Malamar and Palkia is basically weak to the same thing, which is Fairy. So if you throw out a Malamar, the opponent is likely to throw out a Fairy, and then you have to come in back with Clodsai again, which is not where I want. I want Palkia to be farming down things that is easy to farm down, like let's say Feraligatr, Talonflame, anything that is like grass, water, fire, electric. Morpeko is also good. Diggersby is also good. Yeah, so whatever I had in the safe swap didn't really do that much of a good job. So I've been switching teams here and there. And this is actually how I learned the meta. So I take like whenever I do a set, like the first two set or I try to use the first two sets to read whatever is in the meta currently, and then try to build a team around these first two sets. So what was weak is Feraligatr, weak against things like Mandibuzz, weak against things like normal types because of the Shadow Claw. It doesn't really do much pressure. It only puts on only the Hydro Cannon puts pressure, but you still need to get like 10 turns to reach the Hydro Cannon. If the opponent paces faster, in certain situations where opponent is on an energy lead, then I think Feraligatr is not so effective. Okay, yeah. So my main aim of this whole series is basically to try and explain my thought process on how I build my team and why I play certain teams in a certain way. Okay, and I'm trying to share like how I basically climb in the Go Battle League. Okay, I think we've come to the part which I want to focus on, which is the last 3 sets of 15 games, which I've won multiples, 4 out of 5s and 3 out of 5s. Okay, Dewgong into Gastrodon. This team is basically comprised of Dewgong. Like I said, Dewgong is a staple in the meta. Shadow Drapion as the safe swap, and Shadow Palkia as my closer. Okay, Dewgong against Gastrodon. Okay, this team, what the strategy is to basically stay in as much as possible with Dewgong. I'm trying to lower either their attack or the shield, so to put pressure, and then come in like you see currently, come in straight with Palkia to do heavy farm down damage. Okay, with Palkia, the bad thing is I got to shield everything. If not, it doesn't make me effective. Yeah. So shielding an area, and I'm gonna try and destroy the half of Draco Meteor. Unfortunately, he used shield, but now good advantage is that I'm up a shield, and yeah, you see a Ninetales. So Drapion has a lot of pace, a lot of energy. Aqua Tail does a lot. I'm just trying to take out the Ninetales as fast as possible. Yeah, I went for the undercharge. I wanted to get a little bit more energy, but wasn't able to. So in the end, I was able to reach a crunch before he reached, I think, an Aerial Ace. Yeah. So this team, what it basically does is, at the lead, you can't really switch out because you want to play out the scenario and try to reserve switch advantage for yourself. You can lose the switch, meaning that you keep your switch but you lose the switch advantage, but you need to try and pressure the shields. Okay, like you see here, yeah, see Dewgong is, why is it so good? It can take a Leaf Blade, yeah, so, and then it puts pressure onto this Shadow Palkia. So okay, but I think in the end this game I lost. Okay, so Mark Bomb takes me out. I'm gonna try and farm a little bit with Palkia. Yeah, I lost because of a combo play earlier, but there was a win condition, and this is what I'm gonna explain. Okay, so I'm gonna Aqua Tail. He's gonna no shield. He's gonna come in back with Gallade. Oh, sorry, he's coming back with Clodsire. And I'm gonna farm up a little bit. Okay, the play was to align Palkia with Clodsire and Drapion with Gallade, but he came in with a combo with Gallade, and then that's where I had no shield. So in this case, I had to react faster to swap into Drapion. Otherwise, yeah, I would lose my Palkia basically. Yeah, in close combat. So basically, the moment he swapped, I should have swapped into Drapion to try and soak some pressure. And yeah. Okay, so that was a fluke second game. So third game, not a very good lead. So I'm gonna save swap into Drapion. He didn't really switch out, so I'm not sure why. I'm gonna fire on 5 counts of Poison Sting and then Aqua Tail, and then fire again. Okay, this game, if I remember correctly, he didn't have the correct moveset on Annihilate, which is something you see very common in the lower list. So this Annihilate had Shadow Ball and Night Slash, I think. Yeah. So another opportunity, Talon Flame, right? Like I said, so coming in with Palkia, shooting the first, yeah, so bad moveset, Fire Blast on Talon Flame. What? So, yep, going for 2 Aqua Tails to take it out. Okay, this is the funny moveset that you guys gonna see. Shadow Ball, yeah. So farming down, yeah, and here I sniped in with Dewgong to try and get 1 Icy Wind charge. Sorry, yeah, 1 Ice charge before my opponent, so that I can fire a little bit faster to see what's his last Pokemon. Last Pokemon is a Seismitoad, so Seismitoad definitely loses to Dewgong. Dewgong is so bulky. Yeah, and I can just go directly for Icy Winds and Icy Winds. Yeah, so that's the third game. Okay, we're going on to the fourth game of the third set. Dewgong into, okay, this is quite a bad lead. This is Jolteon. This is what I wanted my Palkia to be on. Jolteon, very frail. I don't even know why they are bringing it into Go Battle League. Very frail, but does okay moveset, I guess, discharge. But like you see, the Drapion can tank 1 discharge, and I can instantly put pressure onto Jolteon. This is why this Pokemon is bad, because basically I got a shield and I got Dewgong onto Dewgong onto Jolteon. So energy lead, shield lead. Okay, I could have tanked that Mud Bomb. I didn't know why he would throw a discharge. So Icy Wind, debuff, and now I'm coming in to farm with Palkia. So he didn't switch out, I don't know why. But yeah, last Pokemon, Mantine. So this team on the opponent is a bit messy. It's full of anti-meta picks, like weak meta picks. Okay, I was able to throw a Aqua Tail, yeah. and then coming in with Dewgong to farm down. Mantine doesn't threaten Dewgong at this range, so easily win this scenario. Take note, Mantine has Bullet Seed as the fast move. That's why I think in low ranks it's very messy. As long as you have a strong core, I think it's doable. Okay, this is the 4th match, I think. Okay, step down. I did make the mistake here of not shielding Drapion later on. So, see, take 1 leaf blade, no problem. Icy Wind coming in. I believe he's gonna shield this one. Yeah, and coming with Drapion to farm down. So he didn't shield, so I think the reason... Sorry, I mean he didn't swap. I think, yeah, the reason was he wanted to throw an Earthquake, and that gave me the chance to farm down with Palkia, but Palkia, basically everything is on Palkia, right? We have a low set Palkia on... We have a low Dewgong, so Palkia has basically to carry the whole team. Double shielding this, single shielding this Greninja, but with the energy lead on Sceptile, this is why Palkia shines. If I have energy lead, I can basically spam whatever I want on Palkia, yeah. So, although Palkia is 200 rank in the meta, because of its insanely powerful charge attack, it can basically carry teams if your opponent brings like frail Pokemon. Yeah, which he did. Okay, let's go into the final 2 sets, which a little bit tricky, but I still got the wins. Alright, Dewgong lead, and lead to Swampert, perfect lead. Dewgong wins Swampert. 2 shield, 1 shield, he wins Swampert, so I can basically tank. First Hydro Gun coming in, and I'm gonna Icy Wind. So the plan here is to soft lose to Swampert, because Swampert is also a good final opportunity for Palkia. So when we have like when I build a team, I always look for what is the strategy, right? This team strategy is to allow Palkia farm down opportunities. So I gotta lose Dewgong, but it's very hard to lose Dewgong with Icy Wind, so I decided to just go for the drill run. He wasted a shield already. Yeah, 2 shields in fact. Okay, and this is dangerous. So the trick here is to come in with Palkia, fire a move, try to get him low, then instantly switch out to Drapion, and then try to hope there's something like better at the back. So I actually saved my shield for Drapion instead of Palkia, because I know it's only good for farming down this Altaria, and now I'm just going to over farm and outpace Morpeko to double Aquatail. Yeah, easy win. Shadow Palkia, nobody expects it, right? Yeah. Okay, 3rd match. Okay, this is the game that I think, this is the set that I think tricked me, because in the 4th match you'll see that I actually clicked on the wrong team, which made me lose the next match. Yeah, so putting pressure on Gardevoir instantly. Gardevoir is strong with the charm damage, but he's so frail, so he has to shield the lead. That's why I say I think if we play GBL, right, if you have something frail and hard hitting, you should put it at the back and then try to bring bulky things at the front to try and soften the opponent's team. Yeah, Primarina, weak to Drapion's Poison Sting, but resists everything, so trying to farm down as much. Okay, this time I decided to invest a shield because I want Drapion alive to try and put pressure on the last guy. In this case, I should have gone for a crunch because there will be stab. Yep, so I should have gone for a double crunch, which I think I could have reached. And now comes in Palkia against Greninja. Greninja will not survive this. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the way to build a team. This is one way that I think if you want to build like a frail Pokemon, you put it at the back where it's very hard to see, and then you put a very bulky lead that is quite balanced. Dewgong is very good in the lead. Against the current meta, I think Dewgong does pretty well. Less fighters, which means that your ice weakness is not so bad. You have less electric. There's only more Morpeko, and you have very few grass. Superior Jumpluff doesn't really have grass fast move, so you're basically not threatened by most things. So then again, if you're facing like Mandibuzz, your Ice Shards do super effective. If you face Malamar, he has to farm up all the way until Superpower, which is very long. Yeah, so Dewgong is a very good lead. Yeah, here you see the 4th win. Again with like trash teams. Oh sorry, this is not the set, this is the next set that I had that bug. Okay, so Dewgong into Whiscash, very good lead again. Again, going for direct Icy Wind. I always go direct Icy Wind unless there's a reason not to. The only reason not to, I think, is Wigglytuff. If we go against Wigglytuff, we got to try and take Wigglytuff down with Drill Run. There's no point Icy Wind because we'll both just be out tanking each other. Okay, I'm not sure I want this game. Lucario is pretty tricky. So I think, in my opinion, I should have gone Palkia onto Lucario. Yeah, so I lost the Drapion, but later you'll see that actually there's a better answer at the back for Drapion. Yeah, and now the mistake is I just gave Azumarill. So this game I probably cannot win. Dewgong not alive, Palkia can't carry Lucario and Azumarill at the same time. Yeah, this is the funny part. I tried to go for... Yeah, I selected wrongly, so I tried to delete the old team, but even with the new team, this is the bug. It still enters the previously selected team, which I didn't want, and you'll see why Clotzire is a bit underwhelming currently in this season. Okay, I came in with Gastort, and this is not a very fully built Gastort, which I'm trying to build. But I came in with Gastort because I don't want to come in directly with Feraligatr and get countered again by Toxapex. So I came in with Gastort to try and draw out something. Okay, you draw Toxapex, so good for my Clotzire, which then I can align Feraligatr onto Diggersby. But I think farming out a bit more. So problem on Diggersby had energy, which I chose to shield here, because if not, where would the shield go, right? And then we have Annihilate. So we have Diggersby onto Clotzire and Annihilate onto Feraligatr. Annihilate will lose this match, lose the matchup, but he can win if he puts shield advantage on because of the counter damage. And then yeah, this is basically not good for my side. Yeah, so the Feraligatr and Clotzire core is a bit underwhelming recently. I believe that they are the reason why Feraligatr has dropped to I think 6 or like 10 in the ranks is because with the Shadow Claw damage, if you bring things that are stronger, that have stronger fast move against Feraligatr, you basically win, although he has Shadow Claw damage. For example, Annihilate or Shadow Annihilate, the counter damage is insane. Wigglytuff with the charm damage is also insane. So Feraligatr being that frail, it will lose in that scenario. Yeah, this is a match. This is the other match that I think I made a mistake. So I should have come in with Palkia. I didn't come in with Palkia because I thought Dragon Breath would be resistant, but I could pace to the Aqua Tail faster. It's just that I wanted Drapion to try and outpace with Aqua Tail, but I think I should have come in with Palkia. And the reason why you'll see later, there's again another Pokemon at the back line better for Drapion. So here I'm trying to opt to farm down, try to get a bit of an energy lead onto my Pokemon, and there you see Altaria again. I wanted Altaria onto Dewgong, but then I lost switch advantage, so that basically got me into a switch lock position. Yeah, Altara gonna farm down. What's the last Pokemon? You'll see Bastiodon. Yep, so it's instant lose this game. And he managed to catch onto the Stunfisk. Yeah. So 3 wins. Yeah, so that error really caused me some issues. Yeah. So coming to the next game. Okay, I think this is the last set of 5. So it's going to be a good last set. So Dewgong into Clodza, very good matchup. Again, swapping to Superior. Why I didn't swap? Because I wanted to try and fire Icy Wind first, debuff it, and then come in with Drapion. Drapion at this range, at this stat range, definitely wins Superior in the 0 shield or 1 shield. Right, going for Crunch. Now Aqua Tailing. Okay, the reason why I want to go to Aqua Tail is to try and hit lesser so that I can farm a bit more. And I didn't want to waste some energy, so I want to have energy lead. And there's Lapras. This is my explanation on why Shadow Drapion is still so meta. Side waves don't do anything on Drapion. It's totally resisted. So Lapras basically loses to Drapion. And now we have Clodza against Dewgong. Yeah. Lapras, although he has the adjusted moveset, but it's I think because there's so many dark in the meta. Medibuzz, Drapion, Sableye. Sidewave doesn't really do a lot. It just ramps up energy good. I mean, yeah. It just ramps up energy very well. Just that in terms of damage, it's not very effective, I guess. Anybody can be ready for Sidewave damage, and this team is totally ready. So, okay, Dewgong into Swampert again. Similar match. Only difference is that the opponent allowed me to get the Icy Wind off, which made his Hydro Cannons even more debuffed. So I can take this one so well. Yeah. Then the next Icy Wind will take out the Swampert. So yeah, so this is a mistake by my opponent. He should have fired instantly. I'm not sure. I think he was waiting for me to see if I would swap. And now I'm going for Icy Wind. Okay, in a full HP scenario, I would go for a Drill Run. But this is the time where I go for Icy Wind, which I want to debuff Wigglytuff, coming with Drapion to try and farm down. Everything here is debuffed, so I didn't have to worry. Now Talonflame comes in, I can threaten with Aqua Tail. And this is where I want to pressure him, so double Aqua Tail. 2 shields down, coming with Palkia, and this is a free farm for me. Free farm, yeah. Palkia enjoys 0 shield free farm scenarios. Just so the aim of my team is similar as to the previous video that you guys, I think if you guys watched. Take down as much of the shields as you can from the front, and then come in and farm down with Palkia. Okay, there's a Wigglytuff at the back, no problem. I'm just gonna fire Aqua Tail. Yeah, see? So up energy, up shields. This is where Palkia shines. It doesn't matter if your front line gets wrecked, as long as you have some guy at the front that can put pressure. In this case, Dewgong, it doesn't really take down the shields because you don't have to really shield build for Dewgong in general. But you can do Icy Wind, which is what I would say it's like a debuff move, which gives your opponent questions. Like, do I want to switch out? Do I want to lose the switch advantage? Yeah, so same thing in this case. Okay, I saw 4 Thunder Shocks, which is why I did shoot the Psychic Bangs, and then I'm going to fire the first Icy Wind and then farm him down with Shadow Palkia. So I still had switch advantage on my side. Now we see Lapras. Okay, I'm going directly for the Draco Meteor. I wanted to threaten him or get a shield, and after that, in this case, Palkia is pretty useless, so I don't really Palkia anymore. Lapras can't defeat Dewgong, and I think at the back is Vesper Queen. So Vesper Queen is also flying. Basically Dewgong is in a very good position. So okay, I came in with Dewgong to shield the Lapras attack. Actually, I could have come in with Drapion instantly, which is something that yeah, I think I could have improved on. Yeah, so I should have fired Crunch twice in this case, but yeah, see again, plus underwhelming, I guess. It's not very effective on the current team that I have. Okay, I guess it does put pressure on Palkia, but I mean I'm already expecting that, so yeah. Okay, Dewgong into really tough. See, this is where I go direct for the drill run. Why not Icy Wind? Because I don't want Wigglytuff to be in the battle too long. If Wigglytuff has over farm energy, I think it's very dangerous for Palkia, especially. So what I want to do is to first fire a drill run. He didn't shield, so sorry, he did shield, yeah. So it took down one shield, and now coming in Gastrodon. Okay, so Palkia farming down. So since I have switch advantage already, I'm just gonna let this go. Drapion coming in with the Aqua Tail. So we have a Wigglytuff at the back. And let's see what's the last guy. Okay, Diggersby. This is where Shadow Drapion still shines. Diggersby is Drapion's direct counter, right? Everything is resisted except for Aqua Tail now. This is where triple Aqua Tail shines on Diggersby. First one coming in. And see I have two shields, right? So first shield already used, second one coming in. And I think I'm 3 counts away from the third one. Oh, okay. Directly the third one, yeah. 3 Aqua Tails directly on Diggersby. Any Diggersby cannot survive. So this is why Drapion is still so meta. I mean, yeah, okay. So that's 4 wins out of 5 in the last set.